Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Nathan Fox, that's Ben Olson. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We've got an email here from David.
Hello, Ben and Nathan. I believe one of you mentioned, likely both of you mentioned, how must-be-true questions are very similar to reading comprehension and supported logical reasoning questions. Yeah, they are.
They're all basically the same thing. Like 26 of the reading comprehension questions out of 27, because they will throw in a strengthened question or a weakened question here or there. But 26 of the reading comprehension questions in a typical section are just must be trues or supported. And I don't really see any difference. There's not, in the way you attack them, I really want students to treat supported questions as if they are just must be trues. Other prep programs might call supported a soft must be true, but to me, they're really all the same thing. And while we're at it, you could probably lump in necessary assumption because that's all the same thing too. What does the record show? Like, which one of these has to be true because of what it said in the record?
David continues, I say this because I'm noticing a very strange gap in my skill set thus far. I've seen significant improvements in reading comprehension. With reading comprehension, I get the vast majority of level 3 questions right. And even with the right amount of time, I can get most level 4 or 5 questions right. Whereas when I'm drilling with must be true questions, I struggle to correctly answer most level 2 questions and level 3 questions. The same can't be said for supported. Even there, I'm still getting most level 3 and level 2 questions correct too. I'm noticing this gap here, and I wonder if you have any suggestions or tips to help with must-be-true questions, especially when considering my performance gap with reading comprehension and supported question types.
I just think, David, you're focusing on the wrong stuff. Like you're wasting time comparing difficulty level of the questions. You're looking for these overall broader trends instead of digging in deeply. Like, David, you're making lazy mistakes. Sorry for the tough love, but we get lots of emails encouraging us to continue with the tough love. So here it is. You're making lazy mistakes. I don't care whether it's level 2, 3, 4, or 5. If you missed a must be true question, it was lazy of you. The right answer is the one that's proven by the passage. There are 4 wrong answers that are either proven wrong by the passage or, more likely, aren't proven right or wrong by the passage.
They could be true, but they don't have to be true.
Right. You're lazily picking answers that you feel like are in line with the facts, but you're not being detail-oriented enough. You're not being lawyerly enough to really focus and really determine that one of them is explicitly stated in the record, or there are things in the record that can be combined to prove this answer. And there are 4 that you cannot say that about.
Yep.
Pretty much all there is to it, David.
Yeah, just give up on all this analysis and just focus on the questions you're getting wrong. You got one wrong, celebrate, because now that's an opportunity to learn something. And when you learn it, the next time section or practice test that you do is going to go better.
People are always asking us for more analytics.
Yep.
But you don't. The only reason why you're asking for more analytics is because you have seen some other prep tool that you think has analytics and you think that analytics are helpful. We're doing our best to give you what you want, but we get lots of questions like this where the analytics are actually hurting you. You need to focus more on individual questions. You need to focus more on the explanations for those questions. Stop asking, why am I bad at must be trues? And instead, look at the written explanation for that must be true that you missed. I mean, I can tell you why you missed it. You picked an answer that is not proven by the record, and you failed to pick the answer that is proven by that record. Yeah. It's a fairly simple lesson to learn, but you made 2 mistakes at least to miss that question. You picked a wrong answer and you failed to pick the right one. Those are 2 separate mistakes. When you go into your review, David, I want you to really be honest with yourself and look at not just one of those mistakes. Don't just look at the right answer and go, oh, okay, so now I see why that one is right. But also look at the wrong answer, think it through, ask yourself, could this answer be false? Does this answer have to be true based on that record, or could it be false? And it could be false. That's why it's not the right answer. Anything more for David?
No, David, update us. I'm sure you're going to make progress here. So,
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, David. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.